at Divine Frequency, and you guys are tuning into On the Airwaves radio tonight. Welcome, welcome. The times have changed and the tides have shifted. Let's ride the airwaves. This show is packed with high energy mediatainment live. For those of you who know me, I've got a lot of energy, and no, that's not the coffee, my friends. That is just me all the time. So sorry to burst your bubbles, but we're diving deep into the realms of the world. We are exploring the farthest reaches of the unknown. We are leaving no ocean unexplored. You guys can tune in on Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time for deeper perspectives on a vast array of media topics. If you want to join the conversation as we are flowing in the ether, go to Twitter and live tweet with Divine Frequency using the hashtag DF Airwaves. My superstar associate, Sterling Nicole Bennett, shout out to you. She'll be the ringleader tonight of our live tweeting experience this evening. You can follow her at Stario Crossing and me at Divine Frequency on Twitter. Go on over, go hang out. Feel free to tweet the hashtag DF Airwaves as we go. Today is Thursday, November 15th, 2018. All right, let's dive right in. Hashtag Mermaid Life. Today, we are bringing you a special edition Divine Frequency series called Your Inner Magician. When you realize the potential of your own free will and apply that understanding to the analysis of your decisions and information processing, you tap into your magician inside of you and unlock the motivation to learn how to play a powerfully active role in the life that you're living. So in this series, you will learn a unique method that will help you tap into the magic of conscious awareness so that you can process information effectively and harness this experience to live the life that you truly desire. It's not about reaching without, it's about reaching within. Have you ever thought about how effectively you process your thoughts, ideas, insights, and even external information? How do you actually harness the tools of discernment, wisdom, and intuition in a way that is most effective as you travel along the journey of life? So this is a series, and this week we are introducing the macro and microcosm, the soul journey, the systems and cycles of life, and we'll do an introduction on intuition, discernment, wisdom, and the interplay between these three concepts. Disclaimer, folks, these are my thoughts, these are my perspectives. Your perspectives and thoughts are just as important. They're important. And I'm just one part of the puzzle here. And we're going to engage in philosophy. We're going to get closer to a consensus reality. Join me. So let's get started. The magician. This is an archetypal pattern. An archetype is an original pattern that other ideas are fashioned after. So the magician archetype, this is the bridge between the higher realms and the lower realms. The magician has all of the tools he needs at his disposal. So he represents experience and harnessing of knowledge to affect the world in hopefully a positive way, right? I like to think that we are all magicians of this life and masters of our experience. The problem is you can go through life unconsciously and miss opportunities for growth and change. If you bring your experiences into the realm of your conscious mind, it allows you the opportunity to enhance your day-to-day life. So what we're going to be discussing is the macrocosm meeting the microcosm. So the macro is the whole of a complex structure, the world, the universe. And then the microcosm, this is a community, a place, or situation regarded as encapsulating in miniature the characteristic qualities or features of something much larger. So right now, I invite each of you to take a deep breath in. And we're leaving our cares and worries at the door. We're focusing inwards right now. We're going to philosophize. We're going to peer deep within ourselves. We're going to have a conversation. We're in this together. So open your minds and your hearts to new insights and realizations. So why are you here? You are here because you ask the big questions. Who am I? Why am I here? How am I supposed to accomplish what I want to accomplish? So you're a truth seeker, right? You engage in, hopefully, disclosure consciousness. This is the uncovering of what is hidden in every waking moment. when you choose to become the magician, you choose to become the master of your experience, you take responsibility for uncovering the truth inside of you that's constantly unfolding. You are a finite manifestation of the infinite. Therefore, there's always more to learn. Therefore, there's always another way to learn and grow forward. So, what does this journey look like? Have you ever thought about the journey that your soul took to come here to this life that you're living in now? So I have a theory, but this is just my perspective. And I bring this up to encourage you to contemplate and consider the miraculous gift that you have in your possession now, your life. So what's your theory? Let us know at ontheairwavesradio@gmail.com. So I want to talk for a minute about the toroidal universe. It's everywhere, y'all. What is the shape of a toroid? It kind of looks like an apple, right? The human body is a toroidal energy field. The torus is the form of flowing energy dynamics at every scale of existence. It's the blueprint of nature. Think about the Earth's magnetic field. This is the macrocosm, right? The electromagnetic field of the heart is the microcosm. So you can observe atoms, cells, seeds, flowers, trees, animals, humans, planets, galaxies. You get the point, right? So when I think about the toroidal universe as a system, I think about the center being source. That is the greatest amount of energy held at the center of this toroidal shape. And I believe that our souls are ejected out of the center. And so if you believe in reincarnation, that works. If not, it doesn't matter for this theory. But you can believe either one. But when you come out, your soul's ejected out. And let's just say that we'll go with the reincarnation flow. So you're living your lives and you're growing, you're expanding, your consciousness is building. At some point, you realize your oneness. You realize that you're connected to the other souls around you, that we're all from the same place. We're all heading to the same place. The same energy flows within us, and we're all connected. At that point, that level of consciousness, you start to come back together. So when you think about the shape of an apple or the toroidal flow, at that point, all of the souls start to come back together toward the source again. I think this is a really interesting theory. And then you can start thinking about your soul actually traveling to the planet. So you have the source being your true spiritual essence, and then you're slowing the vibrational intensity through stages, which become etheric or subtle bodies, which are bands of energy that mold around the physical body to assist with the integration. So then you have to think about the energy that flows inside of you. This is called many different names: prana, chi, ki, the great spirit, the Holy Spirit, the source, the force, right? Yoda uses the force, right? So you can practice Tai Chi while you're walking, standing, sitting, laying. The method is using your mind to circulate the chi and find the feeling. This is Tung Ying Che. He said that. And if you guys watch Fade to Black, as I know you guys do, what's up, Fadernauts? Eric Rains comes on the show and talks about this kind of stuff all the time. So it's really interesting to consider this. So you are a soul. You are a finite manifestation of the infinite. You're a cosmic being of source energy, and source energy flows through you. So you're a soul, and your soul exists in what? The extra physical realm, or the ether. Source energy is channeled through your body and housed within metaphysical centers, much like other human body systems. So how does the soul function and develop? And this is just a theory, right? This is the chakra system that many of you have heard about, but it's like any other human body system potentially, right? Let me give you an example. The cardiovascular system circulates oxygen, blood, nutrients through the body. The regulatory organs are the heart and the lungs. So let's think about this in conjunction with the chakra system. This would circulate source energy through the body, and the regulatory centers would be chakras or nodes, and they would carry this energy through meridians, just as the heart carries blood through blood vessels. We're thinking about these systems that are inside of the body. So you're a soul, and you have a body. Okay, so in the body, you've got your nervous system, your immune system, digestive system, reproductive system, endocrine systems. It goes on and on, right? So you got your body. Now what? Well, you have a mind. You have a mind. How does it function and develop? So you have spheres of consciousness. You have the subconscious mind, which is your thoughts and feelings. You've got the conscious mind, which is awareness, and then your superconscious mind, which is the soul. You can also think about in developmental psychology, you have Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where you're learning from the base level about your physiological needs and how you get the things that you need to survive. And then up from there, you're interfacing with needing safety and security. From there, you move up into love and belongingness. And up from there, self-esteem, and then self-actualization. So these are processes, these are systems that ebb and flow in and out, around and around, lots of systems. So we're looking at kind of a fractal layer here where it expands out, and you have a very large cosmological system that's broken down and down and down into smaller and smaller systems that all flow together. So what's the word that comes to mind here? Balance. So the balance of body, mind, and spirit is paramount in order to enhance the flow through your journey forward in this life. But there's more. So what do the physical and metaphysical human body systems do? Well, they make you functional within this three-dimensional plane. So what do you have to do in order for these systems to work? Nothing. They function unconsciously. But what's missing? And I've got a secret for you. Secret number one is that you can enhance your experience by shifting these unconscious functions into the realm of your conscious mind. This is when I talk about metacognition, which is thinking about thinking. How do all of these systems work, and how do they work together? Secret number two, you can influence your body and mind by activating your soul. You have the power to consciously channel source energy through your body. So we need to shift now and talk about truth seeking. So we've just come all the way from the macrocosm into the microcosm, and here we are. And what is this journey? Truth seeking is a process. So truth is the quality or state of being true, something that's real. And then to seek is to attempt to find something. So you're looking for something. Truth seeking is to search for that which is true and real. And the thing about truth is that capital T truth will always be truth, regardless of lack of understanding, disbelief, or ignorance. The truth is relentless and objective. And what is objectivity? Okay, so of a person or their judgment, it's not influenced by personal feelings or opinions in considering and representing facts. So trying to be objective and impartial, unbiased, unprejudiced, neutral, detached, fair-minded, just, equitable. And then we have to think about experience. So as you interface with your environment, you discover more about yourself and the world around you. This is subjective, right? What is subjectivity? It's based on or influenced by personal feelings, tastes, or opinions. So this is emotional, instinctive, intuitive. And because the truth is always infinitely greater than our finite natures, there's always more to learn about. Our experience is subjective. Therefore, we're always climbing the never-ending mountain toward capital T truth. But we have tools at our disposal to get us as close to objective reality as humanly possible. So I'm going to ask you guys a question, and I'd love to hear your responses because we're going to start this conversation. The question is, what's the purpose of seeking truth? So send in your responses to ontheairwavesradio@gmail.com. We're going to start that conversation. So what's the point? In my opinion, you are a unique blueprint, and you have unique soul attributes and traits and gifts. You have a special purpose. These gifts that you have assist you in succeeding in whatever it is you are here to do. You have soul contracts. You have reasons for being in this experience. And more importantly, you can be the only one that can actually fulfill your destiny. You're the only you that exists. So when you think about it that way, and you think about us as a community, we are all here experiencing the divine in a unique way. It is so important that we respect each other's journeys. This is what I call staying in our lanes. It's so important for us to be able to recognize that as we are going through our experience of the divine and learning what our mission is and our purpose is, we also need to respect that everybody else has their own experience that they're going through as well. And it's all about the development cycles. We learn and we grow in cycles. And we're going to talk a lot more about cycles. How many of you have experienced cycles of growth and change that ultimately made you who you are today? All of us, right? So how does it start? So it starts with decision making and truth seeking. So you're born, right? You use your intuition or your emotions. You discern, which is making a judgment call. You get the result. You assess the situation. Was your intuition correct? And then this adds to your discernment capabilities. Wisdom is gained from the experience. This is the gauge of the intuition that could be potentially upgraded. Your discernment refined and the information received, and then you start the process over. And these are smaller cycles, and then you have larger cycles, and this continues and continues on and on. So let's talk a little bit about intuition. So this is the ability to understand something immediately without the need for conscious reasoning. Okay, so it's a thing that one knows or considers likely from instinctive feeling rather than conscious reasoning. So what's discernment? It's the ability to judge. What's wisdom? The quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment, the quality of being wise. So let's talk again about discernment. This is the ability to judge well. So I call this making judgment calls. If you need a go-to 3-word phrase for what discernment is, making judgment calls. It's that simple. So using intuition and information and previous experience, discernment is your ability to harness a conglomeration of factors and make decisions that will give you the desired result. So let's talk about intuition. We're going to break this one down. This is the ability, like we said before, to understand something immediately without the need for conscious reasoning. 3 words. Trusting your gut. So we have discernment is making judgment calls. Intuition is trusting your gut. Well, what's wisdom? Wisdom is the soul level understanding that you obtain through processing experiences in life. So 3 words, soul level understanding. Wisdom is the soundness of an action or decision with regard to the application of experience, knowledge, and good judgment. So this is the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment, the quality of being wise. So this is the body of knowledge and principles that develop within a specified society or period. So what we're going to talk about now is what I've coined the truth seeker's sphere of wisdom. Here's the deal. Discernment is the interplay between wisdom and intuition. So as we know, intuition is gut level knowing without any conscious reasoning, and it's fine tuned through using it and learning from the results. That's the key, learning from the results. So discernment harnesses the wisdom that you have and your intuition and is essentially your ability to make judgment calls. Wisdom is the soul level understanding you obtain through processing experiences in life. So it goes back and forth. So I'm going to give you an example. You're a kid, you're 4 years old, and you see a candle and you think, wow, what a pretty candle. And you use your intuition. And that intuition tells you, I really feel in my gut like I should touch that candle fire, that flame. I want to touch that flame because I just really feel like I should. Because you have the lack of wisdom. You don't have the life experience, right? So you discern, which is what? Making a judgment call. You make a judgment call and then you act. So you touch the fire. So in these truth seeker spheres of wisdom, in these cycles, you have the opportunity to gain a nugget of wisdom. What's the wisdom to be gained here? Well, the understanding that fire causes pain. It hurts you. That's the wisdom gain, right? So, and this process is hopefully refined as you get older. So you refine the system. You have a chance to upgrade the intuition. When you're young like this, you might not understand, hey, my intuition was off. But as you get older and you go through these types of cycles, this is a simple example, but apply this into something that you've gone through recently. And you can look back and you can go, okay, what did I intuit? Was that right or wrong? Was my intuition off? Was it on? And if it was off, then you realize that feeling that you had, maybe you need to tweak that a little bit because that's not, you can learn from mistakes, right? And then you can use that moving forward where maybe you get that same feeling. You go, well, maybe that's not the strongest feeling. Okay. And as you get older and you grow and you learn about learning, you can figure out a system that works for you and you refine that intuition. So if your intuition was right, that's a data point you get to add into the database. So something that's really important to consider here is that if you are not analyzing your experiences, you miss opportunities to refine your intuition. If you aren't processing your experiences, you miss opportunities to gain wisdom. So if you're not thinking about what you've gone through, then you miss that nugget of wisdom. You don't obtain the nugget of wisdom. So we've been talking about discernment. This is your ability to make judgment calls. It's either negatively or positively affected depending on your level of conscious awareness, of upgrading your intuition and upgrading your wisdom bank. So next week, we're going to talk about a system that will help you tap into the magic of your own conscious awareness. It's going to help you learn how to process information effectively. You'll gain crucial life-changing perspective, hopefully, and master yourself and your experience. So there it is, you guys. I'm your hostess, Teresa Yanaros at Divine Frequency. Thank you for joining me for this evening's celebration. This is On the Airwaves Radio. This life is all about riding the wave between the known and the mystery. For a sparkly dose of mediatainment and personal empowerment with a refreshing blast of glitter and truth, join me weekly on Thursday nights on jimmychurchradio.com at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Time, the live Twitter hashtag, you got it, DF Airwaves. Email questions and perspectives to On the Airwaves at ontheairwavesradio@gmail.com. You can follow Divine Frequency on Twitter and Instagram. Go to thedivinefrequency.com and sign up for our newsletter to stay in the loop. The times have changed and the tides have shifted. Let's ride the airwaves. All around us are pieces of the gigantic cosmic puzzle. Let's attune to its frequency.